Hello everyone, this is Jackie Williams and welcome to another Global Video Hop. And this month we're featuring stylish cards, and that's open to each person's interpretation. So I wanted to do a card that was first a slimline card, which is on trend right now, and also one that uses the new Natural Tones Stampin Blends. So sepia colors and the monochromatic type of cards are always in style. And I'm going to use the Wildflower Path stamp set. And this card was sort of inspired by Melody Hyde, who is a very talented designer at Stampin' Up. She did a project sort of like this that I'm going to show you today in a rainbow tone. So I want to do a kind of different version in the natural tones. So I'm going to start with a piece of Very Vanilla and Crumb Cake ink. Now this Very Vanilla is 3 3/4 inches by 7 3/4 inches. And I'm going to take one of the stems from the Wildflower Path, and also I have an early espresso marker. So what I'm going to do is ink up my stamp in the Crumb Cake, and then taking the brush end of my marker, I'm just going to tap on the stamp. And this is a technique called thumping. And then when you stamp that, you will get this beautiful multicolored type of look. And then what you want to do is clean off your stamp on your chamois or your Stampin' Scrub, and then just repeat that process down your card. But of course you will want to turn it in different directions and maybe have some different lengths of the branch so they don't all look identical to each other. Then you'll end up with something that looks like this. Now I've left a little bit of a gap here at the bottom, so you're going to be able to stamp between 8 and 10 of these vines, depending of course how closely you space them together. And I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday right onto my project like this, and I have used early espresso for this. Next I'm going to take my Crumb Cake again and a blending brush and just add a little bit of ink around the edges. Now you could leave this clean, particularly if you chose to use a white base instead of the vanilla, but I quite like this warm look and having the edges have just that little bit of a sepia tone to them. Next, I'm going to mat this onto a piece of early espresso, and this piece is 7 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now I'm going to put that up on my card base, and my card base is 8 by 8 inches, or you could do 8 1/4 inches by 8 1/4 inches, depending on what size of card base or what size of cardstock you have to work with. You could even do 8 1/2 by 8 1/2. And I'm actually going to grab my Crumb Cake ink again, and continuing with the ombre look, I'm just going to add a little bit of ink to the top of this card base. And continuing with that monochromatic look, I'm going to just add some ink here to the top of the card base and just kind of blend it down so it goes lighter and lighter. Now you're only going to see the edges, so I'm not worrying about this middle part too much. And then go a bit heavier right here at the top. And then you can go ahead and put your card front onto the card base. And I know that blending in the back is a minor detail, but it just really does add a little something. Now we want to add our flowers. So I have cut 9 little flowers. You'll want the same amount of flowers as you have branches, most likely. Of course, there's room for your own creativity. I have cut these from the In the Tropics dies. However, you could use any of the small flowers that you would like, or larger flowers. It's your preference. So I am going to move that over to the side. I am going to just use all of the blends here so that we have a nice cascade of color on these flowers. I did find that this very darkest one is almost black, so I'm actually gonna skip that one and I'll start with this middle one, which is number 200. And I'm gonna start with just adding a little color to the center of one, and then grab the next lightest one, number 300, and just finish coloring in that flower. So this first one is going to be quite dark as far as a flower is concerned. And then I'm going to use that same marker and start the next one. And then grab number, I think we're up to 400, and finish this one. And so I think you get the pattern. You're going to color in one flower with one color, and then color in the next flower with that same color. So each one is a different tone of brown. Now, they are kind of from light to dark, but not really. They're not actually the same color as each other. They're just different shades of brown, basically. So some of them are more copper and some of them are more pink, but I do think they all tone together quite nicely. Okay, I've changed my mind because I've actually run out of colors. I am going to go back and use this very, very darkest one. You see how dark that is. And so we will have a darker flower. This is a really good one for like tree trunks, maybe rocks, as well as skin tones and animals. Okay, so I would keep them arranged from light to dark. Then we're just going to go ahead and put them onto our project. Now this is a good opportunity to cover up maybe any little mistakes or misstamps that you might have had. Or maybe that's just me, or any little ink marks. And there we go. Then from there, we just want to add some embellishments. And this is something I am really excited about. Look at this. I colored all a sheet of the pearls using all 10 of the blends. So one row for each color. And isn't that just delicious? I would totally buy that. But now you can just get a sheet of standard pearls and make that yourself. So what you can do is just select which pearls you want on each flower, and you can choose to have pearls that are contrasting with the flower you colored or that tone in. I'm just kind of deciding what I want. And there we go. Now, this is the first version that I did. So with this one, I actually stamped the vines all the way down and then added a little label across the bottom with some gold twine, which is an option too, if you prefer that. This is more of a quick version and then a little bit more stepped up. You could add a few more gems and sparkles to this too if you wanted. And then inside, I just added another layer of that espresso and vanilla with another vine. So I hope you enjoyed that and make use of your new Natural Tones Stampin Blends and use them for so much more than just skin tones and animals. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe while you're here and enjoy the rest of the hop. Bye-bye.